What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Alright. So, getting the last part of this game kicked off here. Nice, kicking it off with a fucking bang, too. Fucking sweet. Alright, so, get myself the turkey there. I love those animations. They're so good. So, this time I'm going to be talking about the future of my YouTube channel. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am very, 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 very excited for the future of my YouTube channel. I am, however, worried about one thing, that being all these new regulations and rules that YouTube is putting up, because they've really been doing, and I'm trying not to sound like a dick here, especially to YouTube, because believe it or not, I actually really like the idea of YouTube, and I really like it as a platform. However, with all these stupid rules they've been putting in place lately, it's getting a bit sketchy. You know? They tout themselves as a free speech idea sharing platform, but, you know, it's only free speech if it's things that, you know, they agree with, which tend to be liberal-leaning agendas and stuff like that. You know, that's just a fact. I'm not saying, you know, oh my god, it's some liberal conspiracy theory to control the internet or anything like that. I'm just saying that as a matter of fact, because whether you like to admit it or not, as a matter of fact, they tend to push a more liberal ideology. Which, you know, I'm not saying that's right or wrong one way or the other. I'm just saying it is what it is. So, that being said, though, that can lead to some issues with, you know, freedom of speech and whatnot. I have been trying to get better on my YouTube channel about not saying certain words that may be offensive. I'm talking, of course, about the F word. And I'm not talking about fuck. I will say fuck as many fucking goddamn motherfucking times I want to. If I want to say fucking fuck, I'm going to say fucking fuck. Okay? I'm talking about the other F word, pertaining towards people who, you know, are, I don't even know if this term is politically correct anymore, but people who are homosexual. I'm talking about the term, and I think if I use it in this context, it won't be seen as a bad thing. I'm talking about the term fag and or faggot. I've been trying to get better about not using those particular terms. And I know I was bad about that in the past. I'm not going to lie. I've been bad about that in the past. But I understand that, you know, times are changing. Back when I was a kid, you know, it was just used as a general insult to, you know, insult other kids on the playground. It wasn't necessarily meant to be offensive towards, you know, homosexuals, people who are homosexual, you know. I can't keep up with what all's politically correct and whatnot. But I understand that, you know, we live in a different time. And that those terms don't necessarily mean what they used to and carry maybe a lot more weight than they used to. That being said, I still believe in freedom of speech. If I'm being honest, I do not believe that those words should be banned. I believe that if someone wants to use those words, they should be able to use them however they want to. I believe that any word should be able to be used however you want to. That's what I personally believe, because I do not believe in any censorship of any kind, for the most part. I believe in very extremely necessary censorship, but I believe in extremely limited amounts of censorship. I don't believe that any speech of any kind should be censored, to be honest. I think you should be allowed to say whatever the hell you want to say. You know, especially if YouTube wants to tout itself as an, you know, free speech platform. You know, even if some people may find something that you say offensive, you should still be allowed to say it. That's just my personal opinion. However, getting back to the whole F word thing, I have legitimately been trying to get better at not using that particular word. Because, again, I understand that, you know, these are different times we live in. Back when I was a kid, You know, kids used to run around the playground, you know, saying, oh, you're such a fag, and oh, look at this faggot, and stuff like that. You know, kids just used to talk like that, you know, back when I was a kid. You know, I grew up around that, so I kind of have to reprogram my brain not to do that, you know, because, again, I've been doing that ever since I was a fucking kid, you know? And again, it was never meant as, like, specifically an insult to the gay community, you know, the LGBTQ plus community. It was never meant as an insult to them. It was meant as an insult to the person you were insulting. It was basically the same as calling them an idiot. You know, it was just another word for it, arguably a more colorful word for calling someone an idiot. That's how I always saw it anyway. I never meant it as like a term to be offensive to, again, the LGBTQ plus community. That's never how I saw it anyway. I always saw it, again, as just another way to call a kid an idiot, just using a slightly more fun word. So, yeah, that is something, though, again, I understand, you know, these are different times we live in. Back when I first started YouTubing, you know, it was anything goes. I was a stupid kid back then. I didn't know any better. Granted, I mean, I was in high school, but still. That is something I have, though, made a legitimate conscious effort to get better about. Not using the F word. I'm still not perfect, guys. I'm human. I make mistakes. But again, I'm kind of scared these days with YouTube's censorship policies. Wait, that other pin didn't get counted as knocked down? I thought I knocked it down. The shit, that's bullshit. But yeah, that's something I legitimately have tried to get better about. Yeah, that's going in the gutter. Again, I'm just kind of scared that YouTube's going to look at some of my past videos and start giving me community guideline strikes or some stupid shit for that, because, again, I will admit I have used those words in the past, but, you know, I believe in learning from your mistakes. I'm not going to go back and delete all my videos where I've said that word, because I believe in not forgetting the past and learning from the past, learning from your past mistakes and moving forward. You know, that's how we better ourselves as humans. We can't ever forget the past because it can help us become better people in the future. We learn from the past mistakes. That's why they teach history in school. You ever wonder why they teach history in school? That's why. So that way we can learn from our past mistakes and better ourselves as a human race. So that's why I'm not going to delete any of the previous videos where I, you know, said that stuff. Because, again, I believe in learning from my mistakes. That's something I've tried to get better at. So, yeah, that's as far as that's concerned. It's not actually really what I was planning on talking about this video. I actually wanted to talk about my future plans just as far as YouTubing is concerned. So, on a more lighter note, my plans for my YouTube channel, again, assuming that I'll still be up and operational in the next, during the next year, assuming I don't get sued by the FTC for like $800 million, sorry, $900 million, which could, in theory, happen. Thank you, COPPA. Anyway, so, so my plans for the next year. Because I know I've been playing a lot of new games for you guys, especially in the last year. My plan is to start sitting down and working on some of these playthroughs. And I'm telling you guys right now, I've already actually completed a couple of playthroughs that I've started. So next year, you guys are going to get to see those videos and see those playthroughs that I've completed and all that good shit. And it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to actually start sitting down and working on some of these more storyline-based games. And start making some progress on those. So I'm going to be playing slightly less, you know, of those pick-up-and-play style games. There will be some of those, and I will continue working on my Guitar Hero projects as well. So for those of you who enjoy that kind of stuff, and there may even be a surprise coming up with that as well next year, that I think some of you may like as well. So I'm going to try to... So next year, I'm going to have more of a focus on those kind of projects, you know, those more storyline-based games and shit, and work less on my pick-up-and-play style games. So hope you guys will enjoy it. Again, there's still going to be those kind of pick up and play style games, like Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros, shit like that. There's still going to be plenty of that kind of shit. Just a little bit less because, again, I want to start working on some of these more storyline-based games and start actually playing through them and making some progress on them and whatnot. Because I have so many different projects that I've started but haven't really, dug into yet. So I actually want to, I've paid a lot of good money for all these video games. I want to get my money's worth and, play them and get as far in those games as I can. Again, I never guarantee that whenever I start a playthrough that I'll end up actually legitimately beating the game, but I'll try to get as far as I can, There may be a boss or something that's just too tough for me to beat, and that's the way it is, Then I'll move on to the next game if I can't beat it, so, yeah. Either way, it's going to be a little bit different for you guys next year, but it's going to be all good. Next year is going to be the first year where I'm uploading, again, full HD content for you guys all year. Everything I do next year is going to be stuff that I record with my recording device, professional quality videos. So it's going to be awesome. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It's going to be a little bit different for me. Again, working on more of these storyline-based games, but it's something that I've wanted to do for a while now and really should have done for, a while now, but just haven't really had the chance. But now I do, and it's going to be awesome. I got some stuff that you guys are really going to like, so definitely stay tuned to my YouTube channel, guys. Next year is going to be great. Again, hopefully my YouTube channel don't get shut down for stupid reasons, or, hopefully I don't get, killed by COPPA or any of that garbage. So hopefully YouTube will allow me to keep doing what I love and keep using their awesome platform. So hopefully that will be the case. Either way, I'm not too worried. Again, I'm a really small-time YouTuber, so for the most part, I pretty much fly under the radar. So I've had very minimalistic amounts of issues with that. So again, plus I demonetize all my videos, so I feel like that also kind of helps me as well. Because again, I'm not stupid enough to think I'll actually make money off this YouTube channel, legitimately. So yeah, is what it is. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for this one. So I'll see you all next time. Peace out.